Ever wondered why your inbox is filled with emails signed off in peculiar ways by Gen Z? You might find yourself scratching your head at sign-offs like "peace out" or "catch you on the flip side." Welcome to the Gen Z email enigma. Emails. They've been around for more than half a century and have evolved significantly in that time. What started as a simple electronic message system has now become an integral part of our daily communication, both in professional and personal settings. But just as language evolves, so too does email etiquette. For those who belong to the baby boomer or Gen X generations, you might remember a time when emails were treated almost like letters, formal, structured, and signed off with traditional phrases like "kind regards" or "yours sincerely." But as we moved into the digital age, and especially with the rise of social media, the way we communicate has transformed dramatically. Enter Generation Z. Born between the mid-90s and early 2000s, this cohort has grown up in a world where digital communication is second nature. For them, email is not just a tool for conveying information, it's a platform for self-expression. And boy, do they express themselves. Gen Z has brought a level of personality and individuality to email communication that we've never seen before. The standard "best" or "sincerely" just won't do for them. Instead, they prefer sign-offs that reflect their unique personality, their mood, or even their sense of humor. But what does this mean for the rest of us? Is it just a quirky trend, or does it signify a deeper shift in our communication culture? And how are older generations adapting to this new email language? Well, you're in the right place. We're about to dive headfirst into this topic and attempt to decode the Gen Z email enigma. We'll be looking at the reasons behind their unique email sign-offs, the impact it's having on communication norms, and what we can learn from their approach. Stay tuned as we dissect this Gen Z trend and find out what it's all about. Recent surveys and studies have shed some light on Gen Z's email habits. So let's dive right in, shall we? Surveys conducted by leading communication researchers have uncovered a fascinating trend. Gen Z, the digital natives born between the mid-1990s and early 2010s, have a distinct preference for unique and sometimes bewildering email sign-offs. Gone are the days of "best regards" or "sincerely." Instead, we're seeing a wave of "stay awesome," "peace out," and even "may the force be with you." Now, you might be wondering why this is happening. Well, according to these studies, Gen Z values authenticity and individuality above all else. They see these generic sign-offs as impersonal and out of touch with their values. They believe their email sign-offs should reflect their personality and uniqueness. In terms of frequency, it seems Gen Z is not shying away from emails either. Despite the rise of instant messaging and social media, emails remain a crucial communication tool for them, especially in professional settings. A survey from Pew Research Center reveals that approximately 3/4 of Gen Z respondents send and receive emails daily. However, it's not all about being different and quirky. These sign-offs serve a deeper purpose. They're a way for Gen Z to establish a connection, to communicate their values, and to stand out in a crowded inbox. Interestingly, this trend of unique sign-offs isn't restricted to personal emails. It's also making its way into professional emails. A survey by Zippia shows that 1 in 4 Gen Z workers uses a unique sign-off in their professional communication. But what does this mean for the older generations? Well, it seems there's a bit of a generational divide. While some appreciate the creativity and authenticity, others find it unprofessional and confusing. So, it's clear that Gen Z is changing the email game. But why do they prefer these unique sign-offs? Let's explore that in the next scene. Let's dive into the mind of a Gen Z and dissect one of their emails. To truly understand the Gen Z email, we must first appreciate its structure and style, which is a unique blend of casual and formal tones. It's like a cocktail party where sneakers meet suits, and the result is anything but boring. The subject line, for instance, is often a catchy phrase, a question, or an emoji that piques curiosity rather than a mundane descriptor. Then comes the greeting, which is usually informal, personal, and sometimes even quirky. "Hey there," "hello," or "what's up" are more likely to be seen than the traditional "dear sir, madam." The body of the email, where the main message is conveyed, is concise, to the point, and often filled with bullet points or numbered lists. Gen Zs are all about efficiency and directness. They don't beat around the bush, they get to the point, and they do it quickly. Now, the real kicker, the sign-off. This is where the Gen Z email truly stands out from the crowd. Gone are the days of sincerely, best regards, or yours faithfully. Instead, we see sign-offs like peace out, catch ya on the flip, or even a simple standalone emoji. It's a unique signature, a stamp of personality that leaves a lasting impression. Why does the sign-off stand out so much? Well, it's because it's where Gen Zs let their creativity and individuality shine. It's a rebellion against the formalities of traditional communication, a statement of their identity. When we compare this to traditional sign-offs, it's like comparing apples to oranges. The traditional sign-offs are formal, predictable, and dare we say, a bit dull. They lack the zest, the flavor that Gen Zs add to their emails. As we have seen, their email sign-offs are anything but ordinary. But what makes them choose these over the traditional ones? Gen Z seems to have a knack for standing out, especially when it comes to their emails. But what's the reason behind this? Why does this generation prefer to sign off their emails in ways that might seem unconventional to some? Let's dive in and explore. Firstly, it's important to understand that Gen Z, those born between the mid-90s and early 2000s, have grown up in a world where the internet and social media are omnipresent. This has fundamentally shaped their perspective on communication and self-expression. At the heart of Gen Z's unique email sign-offs is their strong desire for individuality. They wish to express their identity, their personality, even in the most mundane of places. Their email sign-offs. This desire for individuality stems from a world that increasingly values authenticity and personal branding. A unique sign-off allows them to stand out from the crowd, to leave a lasting impression, and to be remembered. Next, let's talk about their creative spirit. Gen Z is a generation that values creativity, innovation, and thinking outside the box. Their unique email sign-offs are a perfect example of this. They're not afraid to experiment, to try something new, to push the boundaries of what's considered normal. They see email sign-offs not just as a formality, but as a platform to showcase their creativity. Finally, there's Gen Z's disregard for traditional norms. They're not afraid to challenge the status quo, to question long-standing traditions, and to forge their own path. This is reflected in their unconventional email sign-offs. While older generations may adhere strictly to traditional sign-offs like best regards or sincerely, Gen Z is comfortable breaking from these norms, choosing instead to sign off in a way that resonates with them personally. Gen Z's unique sign-offs are a testament to their individuality and creativity, but how is this trend impacting older generations? Gen Z's unique email sign-offs aren't just a trend, they're causing a ripple effect. Now that we've dived into the why and how, let's explore the impact this generation is having on the world around them, especially on older generations. Gen Z's email sign-offs are challenging the norms, the status quo, and yes, even the comfortable. They're pushing boundaries and causing a bit of a stir. It's like a stone thrown into a stagnant pond, causing ripples that reach far and wide, affecting everyone and everything in its path. The effect of these unconventional sign-offs is twofold. On one hand, they're causing a bit of confusion and befuddlement among the older generations. These folks are used to their regards, yours sincerely and best. To them, stay rad, peace out, or catch you on the flip side might seem outlandish, even inappropriate. But on the other hand, it's also sparking curiosity. It's encouraging people to step out of their comfort zones and question the norms that have been set in stone for decades. And it's not just about the email sign-offs. This ripple effect extends to the very way we communicate. It's forcing us to rethink our rigid definitions of professional and personal interactions. It's making us question whether there's room for more authenticity, more individuality, more personality in our exchanges. The potential implications of this are enormous. It could lead to a complete overhaul of the way we communicate, not just in emails, but in every aspect of our lives. It could pave the way for a world where we're not bound by the shackles of convention, where we're free to express ourselves in ways that feel most authentic to us. So while it might seem like a small thing, these quirky email sign-offs are a symbol of a much larger shift. They're a testament to Gen Z's desire to challenge norms, to push boundaries, and to create a world that values authenticity over conformity. So next time you receive an email signed off in a quirky way, remember, you're witnessing a Gen Z revolution in communication.